And you are live, Madame Dodo.
And I am live. Bonsoir tout le monde, bonsoir n'importe côté nous y a. Mon content que nous été branchés aujourd'hui parce que nous avons une chose spéciale pour c'est un spécial et nous avons une chose spéciale pour jeudi nous venons pour nous parler de un bagage dans la communauté qui est extrêmement sensible. Un sujet très très sensible. Jeudi nous venons pour nous parler de assurance. Qui sort de assurance? Nous comptons de assurance qui ont toute qualité de assurance. Mais je dis à nous parlons de assurance qui est capable de changer la vie. Ouais, nous comptons de que vous parlez de assurance, c'est pour spécialement là vous parlez de life assurance, life insurance. When they talk about that, it's not life insurance. We want to say it's not life insurance or death insurance. It is life insurance because this is something that can change your life. We want to talk about that in a way life changing, especially for our community. Because more often than not, we tend to think of life insurance as something that we don't benefit anything from, but only we spend our money, but we don't get anything out of it. So today, Madame Dodo is here to tell you a different story, a better story, a happy ending story about life insurance. And to be able to help us really navigate this topic, we bring another professional fellow, Mr. Fred Joseph avec nous aujourd'hui. Fred, bienvenue dans DodorVibe. And thank you for helping us out with this topic because in our community, it is kind of taboo to talk about life insurance. So tell us exactly, what is it? What is life insurance? Why do people need it, life insurance? What is it?
First of all, thank you, Ms. Dolores, for having me on this platform to talk about insurance, the importance to have whole life insurance per se. So I'm happy to be here because our community definitely needs to be informed about insurance, because insurance is the same way you have to eat every day, because it's the same way insurance, that's something you cannot avoid. Everybody needs to have that. And today I'm gonna briefly explain the main reason we should have insurance. First of all, you asked me what is insurance.
What is insurance? What is it exactly? For our community who doesn't know the difference between life insurance, health insurance, death insurance, all type of insurances, even home insurance. So what is really in retrospect, what is really life insurance? Why do you need that? What is insurance specifically?
Actually, insurance is about protection. We need insurance to protect ourselves. Okay, that's why they try to categorize insurance per class. But for our community, they look at insurance, especially life insurance, in one way. Well, I'm not going to take life insurance to leave money for beneficiaries. They're the one who will enjoy that money. But that's not true. Insurance, by definition, is the quickest way to create a wealth. That's the quickest way to create a wealth. While you are living, you can enjoy your insurance money. In fact, it's for your own good, for your protection.
So you're saying that insurance is wealth creation?
That's exactly.
Because in my community, as you know, insurance means you have to die for somebody to get the money. So why should I pay my life insurance for somebody to come in and just benefit from it?
Yeah, that's one way they look at it. But because a lot, I mean, remember, Ms. Dolores, our community is very poor in terms of knowledge. They look at it in one way. Insurance is about leaving money for your beneficiary, but that's not really the main thing. Insurance is about making money. If you customize it the right way, it's about making money. If you customize the insurance the right way, definitely you can make a fortune of that. In fact, it creates a lot of advantages.
So you're saying that the person who actually buys the insurance policy can make a lot of money with that insurance policy?
That is correct.
Mr. Fred, do explain to us, what does that mean? So that means that if I buy a policy, I can make money out of it?
That's correct.
Tell me how.
Well, I mean, it's how you customize it. Let's say, for example, whole life insurance, right? If you customize it the right way, there is something called riders. What you can add. Riders is like benefits you can add in your insurance. Like you can design it in a way that you have a lot of cash value. Some companies do offer dividends because big companies like Ameritas, for example, when you buy insurance from that company, what's going on? You become a shareholder or policy holder. So when they make money, you make money. And the beauty about whole life insurance, they guarantee you the money you're gonna make is guaranteed. It's not that if the market crash, you lose your money. It's totally different. The money that is
So even if the market crash, even anything happens, you still have your money there for you with life insurance. So it's guaranteed that you will not lose your money.
that's guaranteed. The money is guaranteed.
So as long as you're paying your premium,
As long as you pay your premium, you pay your policy, the money they said you're gonna have is guaranteed. Money que yo dû wap jwenn nan. Yo signé papier pour ça même. Yo dû mais combien kob wap gen. In fact, they design a table for you to see every year how much money you make. Because your money is guaranteed.
based on what you're paying.
Based on your premium. So the beauty of that, with the whole life, the premium you are paying, it's fixed. It will never,
It will never
go up.
increase.
Regardless the age you become, you still pay the same
The
amount.
same amount.
And secondly, it builds cash value. It generates cash value. And that cash value, you can use that cash value to invest, even to buy properties, to invest.
To do
So
what?
that's the definition when they said insurance, the quickest way to create a wealth. Because think about it, you can use your cash value to invest in a property as a down payment to buy a house.
To buy a house. Okay.
When in fact, that money, if you go to the bank to borrow that money, right? What happened? The interest is so high.
So it's not only so high, they ask you so many questions.
Exactly. But with the insurance, the money is guaranteed.
So technically, if somebody is self-employed, they don't have an employee, they don't work someplace else, they don't have like insurance, they can actually buy insurance and then benefit and use that insurance as retirement when they retire.
That's a very good question, Miss Dolo, Madame Dolo. Yes, whole life insurance will be a good benefit for self-employed people. Why? Because as being self-employed, you need something to think about. There's something called as I said, the way you customize the insurance, there's something called living benefits. Let's say, for example, you become disabled while you are working. Okay, so through life insurance, you can borrow money. You can take that money while you are disabled to support yourself. Because if you become disabled, you won't be able to pay your bills.
Your bills, that's right. So the life insurance will cover that for you.
The life insurance, the way you design it, can cover that for you, definitely.
So that means that you have, when you do the policy, you have to know what to ask for. You have to ask certain things, like for example, you can say, what about job security? Can I get job security if I lose my job? Can I be able to pay my mortgages? Will I be able to pay my rent? Will I be able to pay my car notes? So all these things, you say in the life insurance can cover that for you.
That's definitely, it's how you customize it.
So why
that's why I'm so focused, I'm so emphasized on
customization?
So you need a good broker who can sit down with you and you explain to the broker your needs, your financial needs, and based on the way you explain it, we can design an insurance just for that.
So you see, Mr. Joseph is talking about life insurance. So that's what we want to cover. Madame Dodo is here today to tell you about life insurance. It's become a taboo in our community where we can actually feel like if you say that you're going to have insurance for you to cover yourself, to cover your family, people think why? Because only somebody else is going to benefit. But it is not true. What we are learning right now, we are learning that life insurance can cover your life benefits whole life. You can get cash back. You can take that money to cover if you lose your job. They can actually pay you a salary every month or every weekly, depending on the kind of rider that you buy or you select when you are doing your policy from the beginning. So you can have that for college education for your kids. You can have that for if you're sick, you cannot work, you have money to pay your bills. So there's a lot of reason why you need to have life insurance. So you'll see we'll have the phone number for us to contact us. You can contact us 678-798-4163. You can contact us or text us if you want more information. We're gonna tell you there are 5 reasons that we were talking with Mr. Joseph. 5 reasons why you're gonna need life insurance. So, Mr. Joseph, we talked about that earlier. 5 reasons we need life insurance. So let's go. What's the 5 reasons? 1,
Okay, the first reason is about cash value, right?
cash value.
The cash value is very useful. You can use that money to invest, to buy a house, to do whatever you want, to make yourself happy. That's your money. When you take the insurance, it builds up cash value, and that cash value, the benefit of that, you're not paying taxes. So the second reason,
So wait a minute. So let's go with the first reason. So you're saying the first reason, the insurance that you pay the premium, it builds cash value. There's a lot of people that have this assumption that when you do, they lose money on life insurance, they paid. How is that you getting cash value? And then some people are saying that they buy that insurance and then they lose their money. That insurance people, they are crook and all these things. What is that about?
well, I mean, a lot of people, they buy the wrong insurance. They're going by term.
Term. So
What
that
do you
means term life is not good.
Term life is not good because what happens is that it's good in terms of it's cheaper, but there is nothing in return. Whatever you are paying, you're paying it for a period of time. Term insurance is the same as you buy a car. You buy insurance for your car, so you buy it for a term, regardless you get an accident or not. After that term, you don't have insurance. So it works the same way for term insurance. Term insurance, you may have it for 20 years, right? You spend 20 years paying that. All that money you are paying, the premium you are paying every month or per year, after the term, it's completely gone. It's go. I mean, hey,
Why
you
is
lose
it
that
gone? Where
money.
does it go? Where does it go?
So you remember, you purchase for a term. You purchase it for a period of time. After that period of time, unless you renew the policy, but when it's term, when you renew it,
When you say term, does that mean that because a lot of people have that kind of question? So I'm going there because I know a lot of people who have been victimized. They paid for 10 years, they buy it for 10 years, and then they finish paying it. Once, if you don't renew it after that 10 years, or you convert it into a whole life, you lose that money that you paid, that 10 years that you've been paying. You do not have life insurance anymore.
That's correct.
That's what life insurance means. When it's a term insurance, if you have term, it means that if you've been paying insurance for 10 years, you have a term. Once that 10 years is up, you lose that money that you paid that 10 years and you didn't die. You have to have died or something catastrophic has to happen in your life during that 10 years for you to get benefits, right?
yes, the only benefits you get from term is if you die.
If you die during that time,
During that time, within the term period,
within the term period,
you pass away, then that money they give it to, they pass
they-
it on to
to
your
your
beneficiary.
beneficiary.
That's the only benefit
That's the
of that.
Other than that, you don't get
Other
any.
than that, you don't
You
have
don't
it.
get. And when the term ups, do they actually, can they increase it, the premium, or they renegotiate it? How does it work?
Okay. While you covered for the term, if you don't quickly convert that, as you just mentioned, into whole life, what will happen? You let the term expire, right? So when you renew it, the premium goes up. So you end up paying more now. Why? Because you get older and
More problems.
more problems. So of course, because you try to renew it before it expired, they cannot deny you, even though you become
Disabled.
disabled. Anything happens to your health, you got health compromise, you still you can still have insurance, but this is what may happen. This is the catch.
It will increase.
It will increase to a point like to a level you cannot even
You can
afford it.
afford it. So it is better, which means that it is better when you are getting life insurance to actually try to get whole life all the time. It's always to your interest to get whole life. Whole life, you can get cash back. You can invest that money. There's a point where maybe you don't even have to pay it anymore. There's so much benefits for you to get whole life. It's like an investment policy into your own life. So when it comes to insurance, whole life is the way to go.
Yes, the whole life is like okay. Best way I can describe it for our people, for our community. Look at it that way. Whole life is like you wanna be a landlord, and term you wanna be a tenant. So it's you now to make the decision.
So do you want to be a tenant or do you want to be a landlord?
Exactly.
So I would rather be a landlord.
A landlord.
Any day. Any day.
A
So
tenant, you are paying rent
you're paying rent
until you die.
until you die. That's messed up.
But when you become landlord, you don't pay mortgage until you die. You pay mortgage for you
For a period of time. That's even better.
So that's
And-
the same way.
and it's funny.
for the whole life insurance we just mentioned. You're not paying whole life insurance until you die. You pay it for a certain time, and after that, the insurance can pay itself.
The insurance. Okay, so that's good.
The insurance pay itself. You don't have to pay anything.
You don't have to
You
worry
can
about that.
customize whole life in a way for 10 years, for
For
15
it to
years.
pay for itself.
You pay it for 15 years. After that, you don't have to pay a dime. You have it until you die.
You have it. Wow. And you can still take money out.
And you can still take money out.
Listen, so this is very good. This is very good education. Now, what is the second reason to get life insurance?
Actually, I give you two reasons so far. I give you the tax advantage. I give you the cash value. We talk about the premium, stay the same, even though you are getting older, even though you are getting, you become sick, you become disabled. The same premium, the same premium that you have from the beginning stays the same. The premium does not go up.
There's one more thing that you talked about. You talk about the tax. Talk about the tax a little bit. What is the tax benefit?
The tax benefit of for whole life, right? When you take the cash value, the cash value, what gives you that cash value is the premium you are paying monthly, build up interest. But in any asset that build up interest, at the end of the year, they send you a 1099 INC to file your tax return, but it does not apply for whole life insurance.
It doesn't.
That money, no, it does not apply. It build up cash value, huge cash value, and that same cash value, it's not taxable as long as you keep the policy alive. That cash value is not taxable.
That's a good loophole. So that means that if somebody wanna hide some money,
Exactly.
you wanna save. Let me not say hide. You wanna save money. You can actually buy a policy, a huge policy, and then that money stays there, and then you can get that money, and they're not gonna tax you on that money and ever.
Exactly. That money build up interest.
And it builds up interest.
Build up interest, which generates a lot of money, and it's not taxable. Put it that way. You put your money in a savings account, right? It build up interest. Even though you don't remove the money, what happened? at the end of the year,
They send you tax.
the bank send you a
Yeah,
1099
they do.
INC to pay the
Yeah, to pay the interest.
tax. So it does not work for whole life insurance.
They talk about now. Okay, now there's another one. They talk about death benefit. So when you do, you talk about insurance that you term, that the death benefit is not really guaranteed, because if you outlast the term, you don't get nothing.
Exactly.
But however, if you get whole life, your death benefit is guaranteed, no matter how old, no matter when you stop paying due to
Whole life is life protector. Okay. The death benefit is totally guaranteed. Why? Because as long as you pay the premium, well, I can even go further. If you have cash value, even you don't pay the premium, you still have the insurance alive.
for life
Because, of course, because the cash value you have, they can always go to the cash value
and use that.
and use that.
So does
to pay
it
your
is
premium.
it a domino effect? So they can, and that cash value that you use to pay the premium, it also generate interest because you're still paying.
Exactly.
Are you listening to this? These are a lot of things that we don't know in a community. Because when they tell us about, oh, get life insurance, the agent comes to your house or they come to your job or wherever, they don't tell you these things. And these are the things that I'm gonna tell you right now. These are the things the enemy uses for them to move up, but they don't tell you how you can move up with that. So life insurance, I know there are communities that you know that they are your landlord. You know who I'm talking about. They are your bosses in the higher corporate world. They all know about these things. They all use it to their benefits. But yet at the same time, they will not tell you that you need whole life insurance. You need it for your family. You need it for yourself. And there are 5 reasons that Fred just tell us why we need life insurance, why we need whole life insurance, not just term life, not just insurance, but we need whole life insurance, because all the advantage of insurance lies in whole life policy, not term life policy. Because term life policy might seem cheap, but then what you get out of it is the fact that if anything, it's for term. Term means limited time. That means that if you get it, it's for 10 years, maybe you pay $20 a month. But then after 10 years, you don't get nothing if you don't die. Or your family don't get nothing if they don't die. You understand? So those are the differences in insurance that they don't tell us, or you don't try to educate yourself. And there's a lot of us, we've been paying for maybe 20 years, 15 years, and we wonder why we don't get nothing from the company, why they stop the policy, why this and why that. It's because you had term life and it finished, and you don't get nothing because you didn't die, and your family didn't die. Am I right?
Yes, you're absolutely right, Madam Dodo. I mean, the thing is, it's sad, they don't inform our community the right, uh, telling them about the right insurance, the one that is good for them. And it is not applied in the white community, especially the Jewish people. That's how they make their money, through insurance.
Your insurance.
The white people, they know the importance of life insurance. They prefer not to eat,
That's right.
but they have insurance.
They have insurance because they know the importance of it.
Whereas in our community, we see it different.
We see it different. Yeah.
And I'm glad you put that program online for them to hear it and for them to start getting
Educated on that.
on that.
I'm glad you said that, because I'm going to invite you back, because next time we're going to finish this segment. Next time we're going to talk about final expenses, because that's the type of insurance I
That's
know
very
people
important.
need, and it's very important. So next time we'll talk about final expenses, which is very important for our community, because final expenses is when you pass, you can have insurance just for your final expenses. You don't have to keep paying every month for many, many, many years. You just cover that final expenses insurance policy.
While you're in critical need, in critical situation, you're sick,
Exactly.
you have cancer, you or you are at your final stage, you can still buy
You
insurance.
can still buy insurance because it's called final expenses. So next time we come, Fred, you will be back and then we will be talking about final expenses. Thank you for listening and watching. We'll talk to you about insurances, final expenses next time.